Thank you for watching another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. I'm your host, Robert. This is my co host, Darren. And this is episode 96 of the Purple Pill Podcast. We're almost to our 3-year anniversary. How you been, Darren?
Um, no, I guess I'm ready for Christmas at this point, right?
Yeah,
Ready for holidays and be around family again. Some of my family already here, so that's all good. But yeah, can't complain.
definitely should be fun. Definitely should be fun. Um, the first thing I got to say to you, Darren, before we start this podcast is uh, get, I just want to wish you, I don't even know what to say. I don't know if it's good luck or I'll just say it like this, Darren. I would like to thank you uh for being in fantasy with me all these years. Um you claim this is going to be your last year. So I would like to thank you for not only inviting me to this league, but letting me be able to participate in this league. I've had a great time since I've been here. So I would like to thank you for inviting me to the Fantasy Football League. And I would like to also wish you congratulations and a farewell. You're going to be hanging your, I don't know, your tie and
Manager,
shirt
manager.
up in the rafters somewhere. So we
Yeah,
thank you and we appreciate you, Darren. I wanted to say that on the podcast. Just because we're both
oh,
technically out the playoffs now.
yeah. And now we out the playoffs. Both went out in the first round. But yeah, I got 3 championships in 10 years. Can't ask for nothing else. I'm good. But yeah, I think our league is a lot of fun. A lot of people that we know in a lot of couple of years. I met a lot of people through that league, and I think I think it's a great league to be in. To be honest with you, 10 years strong, same people. So I think it's a good league, and the rules are definitely something that is really good because everybody votes on. That's one thing I can say. That is really good.
All right. Well, let's get into our first topic of the day. What the big topic for today, are we going to be talking about Tori and Meg, who did it, what's going on, and what's to look like in the future. So first things first, today ended day 6 of the Tory Meg trial. We got more information today than we did last week. So I'm at the point, I think it's looking good in Tory's favor. How about you, Darren?
Yeah. So far, it sounds like the prosecution is not doing too well. Um, at least for the day that we just saw. Right? It's been going on for over a week now, right?
Yep.
But I think for at least this day, it don't sound like the prosecution went too well. It's not like they interviewed a couple people.
Y'all hear that just walking?
Um, it's not like they interviewed one of the people that was in the car, two people who was in the car, and it seems like or one person that was in the car and an officer that was there, and it seems like nobody really remembers anything about that night. Uh, as in the sense of looking at Tory Lane, like looking at Tory. I don't think anybody was really paying attention to him, or they said his head was just down. That's what I got from most of that. That his head was down, and that's what they got really got as a as witnesses. Um, from his point of view, they also spoke on other things such as Megan and Kelsey, I believe.
Yep, Megan and her best friend Kelsey. Yeah,
What
the
was
things they
the
were talking about on that was crazy. So apparently Megan and her friend Kelsey are beefing now. It was some nasty drama stuff. Like apparently Tori slept with was sleeping with both of them, but they didn't know it. Then they got mad at him, or Meg was mad at him because he was flirting with Kylie Jenner in the car, and
did any of that come
allegedly,
out? Wait, whoa. Did any of that come out in court just now?
no, not in the court case, but that's
Yeah, hold
just
on. Let's stick
That's
to what's
like
coming
last
out.
week.
Let's stick what's coming out in the court case in general.
Well,
That
they did say that after Meg got mad, she got out the car, and she claims Tori pointed a gun at her and told her, "Dance, bitch, dance."
once again,
That's Meg's
I got it.
testimony.
That's her testimony.
Dance, bitch, dance.
She testified to this recently.
Dance, bitch, dance.
You positive about this?
Yeah, we can look it up at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna need internet confirmation, and don't put it no other way than Megan's testimony, I guess, because I don't think she. Oh, she did.
Where's it at? Which one do you want to click?
I guess I don't know. Whichever one's from that night. Are we allowed to show this?
To stand in a downtown LA courtroom confronting rapper Tory Lanez, and she says that he shot her 2 years ago in the Hollywood Hills.
And she says she was offered $1 million to keep quiet about it. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda has been following the case and joins us live from downtown LA. Carlos?
Well, that's right. Megan Thee Stallion today facing her accused shooter in court as she tells her side and she testifies. What she said was that after a party at Kylie Jenner's house, she left along with the defendant and another woman, and that's when the shooting occurred. Megan Thee Stallion arrived this morning to the Hall of Justice. Outside, there were fans and members of women's advocacy groups who want to show they support her.
Megan Thee Stallion and the harm that was created to her has not been
really
acknowledged. And in many ways, we want to make sure that she feels safe, she feels protected, and she feels like she has community behind her.
And then Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, shot the hip-hop star in the foot when they were in an SUV. On the stand today, Megan, whose real name is Megan Pete, said she didn't feel good about being here and couldn't believe she had to do this. She testified she got out of the SUV, turned around, and...
First of all, do we believe Megan Thee Stallion looks like this? I'm about to show this to the audience. This is a terrible picture of Megan Thee Stallion. Look at this terrible picture of Megan Thee Stallion. Why is her neck so skinny? Looks like Rihanna. Hey, person drawing this. All black women don't look alike. All right.
Stop. They're in a courtroom and he's drawing this. Whoever this person is drawing. Stop. I'm not doing this.
That might be Kelsey. Is that Kelsey? That might be Kelsey because that can't be Megan, bro.
That's Megan. They're saying it's Megan's testimony, right?
And saw Lanez with a gun. She claims he said dance and then an expletive, and she says she then felt pain and was bleeding.
Dance, bitch, dance. That's wild, right? Why they got Tory looking like Chris Brown? Hold on, audience. You gotta check this out.
I'm not doing this with Rob. Y'all not doing this.
Audience,
I am not doing this.
They got Tory Lanez looking like Chris Brown. This is some racist ass drawings, man.
Brown.
I don't like this.
He do not look like Chris Brown.
Get on Tory Lanez. All right, you want to finish this video? But she just said dance, bitch, dance.
Yeah, she did say that.
I mean, he said that. Allegedly. That's what she said. He said. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't know, dog. This is one messy case. I can tell you that. I'm not rooting for nobody besides the truth in this. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Same.
I don't care who's right, who's wrong. I won't judge it until I know. And honestly, I feel like I still won't know because I'm just basing on a jury or a judge making a decision. Yeah, essentially, yeah. That's also what it is. Like the how good their lawyers are, and how good of a defense they built up going into this trial. But I really can't root for any side besides the truth, and I don't know the truth, so I'm not rooting for nobody until I know.
All right. So here's my question for you, Darren. Knowing right now, we don't know what happened. We don't know anything. Mm-hmm. Whose music are you most anticipating coming out of this case? Meg's or Tory's?
I mean, it depends. If Tory goes to jail, he's not making music, I don't think. That being said, I don't really listen to Megan Thee Stallion music at all. I listen to Tory. I don't seek out Tory Lanez's music, but when I hear it, I'll be like, bro, this dude got talent. But yeah, I don't really seek out Tory Lanez, but I definitely don't try to listen to Megan. I just don't.
So here's my next question. There's no way she talking about twerking coming off this case.
You said what?
There's no way she talking about twerking coming off this case. She ain't talking about
Talking
twerking
about,
no more.
I didn't
She
know
gotta
what
talk
she
about
talked
something.
about. I didn't know what she talked about in general
She
before.
talks about
bro.
twerking
Are you sure about
and
that?
popping that thing, like every
I
fucking
think
female
that's what
rapper
she
does.
do. I think that's
No,
what she
listen to her
do.
song. She was on that freak girl song, whatever that shit's called, Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah, I think she just talks freaky. Her records.
All these girls do. It's the meta.
Yeah, these.
That's all they
Yeah,
talk about.
I hate to say these bitches got some terrible role models. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to say it. This is definitely the truth, though. Maybe you know what? Some bad role models. There's some good ones out there, right?
Yeah. All right.
Anything else?
So yeah, I don't know. I don't got anything else to say. I think it's
I mean,
funny that she said his music was trash, then Tory told her to dance to it. I think that's comedy. I've heard some people say that they think Kelsey shot her.
Yeah, I mean, she was distraught. You know what I mean? It's just such a weird scenario to be in general. I'm just looking at some of the notes real quick that I took from the video we watched. Can we shout out the lady that's in the courtroom and doing her thing and updating us daily? Can we just give her a shout out real quick? If not, it's all good. Well, actually, no, it's not all good. We gotta give her a shout out. Take your time doing it, but we gotta give her a shout out. But anyway, so I guess the security guard, they said I guess somebody said that he wasn't placed on the missing persons. The family, I guess, didn't place him on the missing persons list. He just dipped, and I guess they're trying to get him to still testify, even though he's not showing up. I guess. They said the cop who was on the scene who had Kelsey, a good amount, or at least part of her video was redacted. I feel like I'm just giving the gist of what I got. The juror was in the elevator with Tory. They saying that's a concern. I think that's pretty much all I got. I think it's very much interesting that they said the officer was out there with them for what they said 30-40 minutes and didn't hear nothing between Tory and Kelsey, and they interviewed the lady that was in between, or I don't know if interview is the right word. Brought to the stand the lady that was in between Kelsey and Tory, and they just was also quiet, or she just didn't hear anything either. So I think that's just kind of interesting.
Here's the thing. This is what it's coming down to. One of them's lying, and at the end of this court case, we're going to figure out who's lying, and whoever's lying, we gotta quote unquote never listen to their music ever again.
Find a new career.
Pretty much, in my opinion. But they'll probably still put up music, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
What do you not get?
I don't understand being in these scenarios, to be honest with you. I understand famous people hang out with famous people, but I don't get it, man. And I also get being in this car. Like I can also be like, oh, we're all in just a car to going somewhere, going to the after party or something like that. Or I don't know. I don't know what the scenario is. I understand that, but I have a hard time thinking, man. I don't know. I don't, I don't. I just feel like if I'm not leaving with no girls that I'm not bagging that night. If I'm just being honest, like
He's
if I'm
trying
bagging
to
them,
beg. What's her name? Kylie Jenner.
it was at Kylie's house.
So does she gets to be on the card.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I get it in the sense, like I said, try and bag something cool, but otherwise than that, I don't understand hanging out with famous people. Maybe I'm just getting older these days, and I'm just not impressed with famous people because I just think people are people. But I just feel like I don't know. More shit come with people that are famous. That's all I gotta say. I guess in that sense. And if you're around it, then shit can happen. That's all I'm saying. Supposed to just minding your business, living in a mansion, minding your business, making a hit song.
Do you think famous
Again,
people consider other famous people, or do they just consider them?
100%, 100%. Every famous person got a story where they meet somebody more famous than them. They're like, oh my god. Everybody, everyone, whoever you thinking, yes, there's that person who
Like this
has
guy in
somebody.
Drake.
I'm sure when Drake met like a Sade or somebody like that, or a Lauryn Hill, story there you go. That's a perfect example.
Wow. Easy. All right. What else do I want to talk about with you? Oh, before we get into our other topics, did you watch Jackson State, the championship game, their bowl game?
I did miss it, but
Darren, that game was crazy.
I heard it was a good one, and it came down to the wire.
Travis Hunter's the truth.
That's the quarterback, right?
No, the quarterback's his son, Shiloh, or something. Shador. Travis Hunter is the #1 recruit in the country, 5-star, plays cornerback, and he plays receiver.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah. I watched. Never mind. I know you're talking about. I watched them earlier this year. Yeah, he's different.
He caught no seconds time with no time on the clock. Whoever's quarterback is, Shador threw him a touchdown pass, perfect ball. But they went into overtime, and on their possession of overtime, they went to this jumbo set on like the 1 to make them think they're going to run the ball on 3rd down, and they play actioned it. The white boy tight end dropped the touchdown. What are you doing being white at a HBCU dropping touchdowns? What is that about? That's not okay. What would they say if a black kid dropped a touchdown at one of these big white schools? Oh, get that N-word off our team. I feel the exact same way.
So I do not stand with anything Rob says.
He lost them the game, Darren.
He
lost them the game.
Let me stand with what I gotta say first.
In the bowl game, the biggest
this is
bowl
one
game.
Of those moments where we got our preference for the people who don't listen to our podcast a lot. Rob says crazy shit. This is a warning. His views do not pertain to the rest of the podcast. Is Rob's views. That being said, yeah, I mean he dropped it. So what? It happens.
The game-winning bowl game, Deion Sanders' last game in the SWAC. He's about to go be winning natties and Pac-12 championships at Colorado within the next year or two. And you lose the game? He already packed up his luggage, Darren. Deion already packed up his luggage. And guess what it is?
First things first.
It's Louis.
First off, the
Travis
kid does not
coming with him.
The kid does not tight end does not deserve that much.
He should lose a scholarship.
If he had a scholarship, he does. He
doesn't anymore. You're right.
No, I did not say that at all. Stop putting words in my mouth. Stop doing that. I think it happens. People drop. You can't catch everything. I know people like to think that you can catch every pass. You can't. Um,
Darren hit him right in the hands.
I understand, man. I understand it happens, but I think people get so caught up on like being. These are kids, man. Like they're kids.
Darren,
Like
if you saw how open this man was, you'd be
I
like, "Oh, they
understand.
called a perfect play."
No,
Because
I understand. But I could tell you, football and sports in general, for anybody who actually plays sports, like when it's taken away from you or when you're done playing at any level, when you don't go to at any level, fuck it. Even if you go to NFL, when the game is done for you, regardless if the game retires you or your body just can't go no more, that is a tough time. And I don't wish or want anybody to have the game taken away from them, especially just because you dropped a pass in a key moment. Like playing sports is very important to people. Hopefully, he just gets another opportunity next year.
ain't going to Colorado.
The kid,
He's not going to Colorado with Deion. Deion's
all
having
right
like
then.
12 cats with him. They're all
All right,
little.
bet. If he's staying, then hopefully JSU goes back to the SWAC championship, and we can he can redeem himself. Yeah, ultimately, I think people are just too hard on kids. If you getting paid for it, it's a lot more different.
They are.
Yeah, is this tight end getting paid? Rob,
Darren, he's a 5-star.
all right, chill.
Is this him?
I don't know. You just pulled up a video.
Oh, this is him after the game.
We lost together. Do you understand that? Yeah. All right. Come on. I need you back. Just go prepare your toilet. All right? Let's fight. You got to believe that. It's going to make you who you want. Feel it?
Great on Coach Sanders. Colorado got themselves a great coach.
That's facts.
That kid that's exactly what that kid needed to hear in that moment. He said it.
Yeah.
And that's why he's one of the top. We're going to be one of the top head coaches in the big in the NCAA football. Here's my next question for you, Darren, about Deion Sanders. How long do you think it takes him to win the Pac-12? And how long do you think it takes him to win a national championship? And does he even do either of those things before he leaves Colorado? Because before you answer the question, I heard his main goal is to get to Florida State.
I'm surprised Florida State didn't already offer him. But I'll leave that alone. I think it takes some time to build your organization. That's a tough. Can we pull up the teams that's in the Pac-12? It's that Pac-12, right?
Yes.
Are they about to change it now?
Yes, they are. Excuse me. In 2024, the Big Ten is getting USC and UCLA.
So they're going to Pac-10?
They're going to the Big Ten.
No. Are they changing their name to the Pac-10?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're adding schools. So I don't know who though. At the top of my head.
They didn't announce any yet. But yeah, so the biggest school here, once USC goes and UCLA goes, the two big threats that I see, actually, I'll say three big threats. Oregon, can never count them out. Recruiting is really well up there. Utah, I like Utah. They come in and out, but they When they're steady, they're steady. And then Washington. I think Washington is DBU, but knowing Deion Sanders is in the division now, conference, I would probably think that Colorado's about to be DBU. But I think those three teams are the other teams that really are like the standout organizations. Stanford, I would say, but I'm pretty sure their coach just stepped down or they decided to both part ways. I like Cal too. Don't get it twisted. I like Cal. But yeah,
I think this is very winnable for Deion. So he's going to play a year, like we said, with USC and UCLA. But after that, I think he can win a natty within 4 years. I'll say a Pac-12 championship in 2. Because he's already bringing Travis Hunter. He's bringing his quarterback. So he's a top receiver. Also, this is going to be great to see how Travis Hunter progresses. Because he dominated at the SWAC level. So if he's still dominant at this level too, and they're still using him on both sides of the ball, that's scary, man.
No,
he's on a pitch hit.
You can't keep using him on both sides of the ball. You can't keep using him on both sides. You can't choose one. This is a different level of football.
I think he's gonna play.
No disrespect to that, but
I think he's gonna be college football Shohei Ohtani.
So what?
I think he's gonna be college football Shohei Ohtani. He's gonna play both sides. Shohei Ohtani is the pitcher that can hit and pitch.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime.
Nah.
Haven't seen it since Babe Ruth. Same thing here.
I don't think we should. No. Because he's going to have to choose when he gets drafted. He's not going to play both sides. I mean, I'll go whatever makes more money and whatever you're more talented at, to be honest with you. Yeah, whatever you're more talented at is first, and then whatever makes more money. And receiver makes more money, go do that. But
I think he's a way better.
Heads up, receiver is a lot of competition.
I think he's a legit shutdown corner. I think he's a good receiver. Could be great.
If he's a shutdown corner, go get paid to be a shutdown corner.
All right. While we're still on football, I did find this video this week that I wanted to show you. We're not going to put it on the screen, but we're going to show it to you.
Listen, hear it?
Yep.
They're going to hear it?
Yep, they're going to hear it.
Dear Santa, I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to you this year to ask for something special. A Raiders win over the Patriots. You see, the Patriots have given us nothing but grief. Tom Brady, the Tuck Rule, and of course, Josh McDaniels. I would ask for a first-round pick to actually remain on the team, but I know even your miracles have limits. So instead, this Christmas, all I want is to beat Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Because we both know that Bill Belichick doesn't believe in you. Because if he did, he'd probably be starting you at quarterback. Or maybe even be an offensive coordinator. We don't even have to play well. Just something super embarrassing for the Patriots. Plus, you kind of owe me after getting me an Antonio Brown jersey that one year. So thank you, Santa, and Merry Christmas. Love, Johnny. Oh, that old Grinch Billy B won't like this one. Ho, ho, ho. Thank you, Santa. And Jacoby Myers.
He is. That is wild, bro. That is wild.
Darren, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. If you don't know,
I understand.
The Raiders just won their football game against the Patriots in one of the craziest ways I've ever seen in my life.
You know what? Yesterday was a crazy day of sports. We did not shout out the World Cup.
The World Cup was crazy.
That shit was nuts.
They called it the greatest World Cup game ever.
That was crazy as shit. That shit was crazy. That was crazy.
I'm gonna pronounce his name horribly, but Mbappe dropped a hat trick, a comeback hat trick, which is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That shit was me.
Then Argentina ended up winning on penalty kicks.
Yeah, yeah. That was a historic one right there. I think the Raiders was also historic. Obviously different, but I think that was a historic one.
Lionel Messi got his first World Cup. They say he's officially the GOAT now because he has done everything in the sport. He's won every championship he could in the sport. He's won every individual championship in the sport. He holds a shit ton of records. So they said he's officially considered the GOAT. He did everything.
I mean, rightfully so. Yeah, I mean, we at the beginning of all of this, you had France winning, right?
I had France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great one. I can tell you that. That was a great game.
Technically, I had USA winning, but after USA got knocked out, I took France.
Yeah, come on now. But I think the Raiders. I didn't get too high when I saw this because I felt like we just lost to Baker Mayfield, and then it keeps coming down to these last minute games. We can't ever just win the game flat out, and I'm just getting tired of it. Everything feels like a heart attack.
All right. So we have a video for us to watch. I wanted Darren to check this out.
This looks like a heart attack.
So let's watch this video.
And asked for the biggest burger they had on the menu.
So for those of you guys who don't know, that is a T-Rex burger. This is an urban legend in every Wendy's. This is a 9-patty burger that they discontinued about 8 years ago. If you go to the right Wendy's, they'll make it for you, right? I had to travel 3 hours to this Wendy's because they agreed to make it for me. When I purchased the burger, they said, and I quote, when they gave it to me, they said, "Be careful with this." I'm now going to show you what this burger looks like. This is the burger. This is the burger. I'm going to open this burger. This is 9 patties, and for some reason, it smells like maple syrup. Update, I took 3 bites, and I think my body is rejecting the burger. There's a reason they discontinued this burger. I'm questioning all of my life decisions. I can't.
Wendy's.
I hope he's okay.
No, Darren, there's 9 patties on the burger.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean they discontinued it. I don't know why they even started this shit.
The T-Rex burger is crazy.
Can we look this up? Like, just look up the T-Rex burger and see what happens. In Google. But yeah, bro. I don't get it. I don't get how I don't get how somebody would do this. Oh my god. See, this is the type of shit that made me go vegetarian. This is just gluttonous at its finest. Like, nah, I'm Gucci.
Look how he's eating it. Darren's eating it from the side.
I'm not an animals right activist guy like that. I don't like people are gonna eat cows, people are gonna eat pigs, but that is just you are doing too fucking much. You're just doing too much. I don't care about people who eat 3 burgers at a time. Whatever. Like you eat, you got 3 burgers, boom, 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 you knock them back, cool. But that is just fucking crazy.
Look at this one.
Like, no, dog. Nobody, you can't. You're not even doing shit with that. You're not doing nothing with that.
Is it just wasting food at that point?
Like, you essentially just cooked a whole bunch. And I would just be like, bet, can I just take 2 patties? If I wasn't a vegetarian, I would be like, bro, just let me take my 2 patties off the top. It seems like y'all got the rest. I'm good. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, this is too much.
Look how much cheese.
Like, why would you do this, dog? Like what? What in your what?
Man.
What can do this to a person?
Go look up T-Rex burger on the internet, people. And see
Yo, this is not rational. And Wendy's should have never done this. Like, I question Wendy's now, and I like their French fries.
Darren, the worker said, "Be careful."
Yeah, that's just wild. That's just wild.
Right?
That is just wild. Like, God bless him for trying it, but I hope he's okay. That just looks like I said, a heart attack.
All right, I got another video for you to check out.
Probably I need to do some push-ups, run a lap or something. That shit just made me feel like I need to check my own arteries. I'm sorry, man. That was just too much. T-Rex burger, ain't that? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You good? I'm not.
Consumer spending is up. If you look at the graph right below.
What page are we on?
I'm sorry, we're on page 12, the second graph from the top.
Okay.
Danielle, turn your camera off.
All right. So if you look, we're 0.15% higher than 2019. We started this quarter off at 2.75%.
Holy shit.
Daniel.
God.
I don't think he's
Daniel.
January.
Can you do that for us?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Call Mika.
Oh my God.
You call Daniel on his cell. Call Daniel on his cell. How do we turn this feed off?
Wow.
We can't.
Oh, hell no.
Daniel. Oh my God. Daniel is the host. Holy shit.
Consumers.
We're talking about the guy in the top right?
Top left.
Wait, play this video back. Hold on, maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Spending is up.
You play it on mute.
If you look at the graph right below.
I gotta hear it again.
Look what the man in the top left.
Oh. I was paying attention to the homie that wasn't paying attention, I guess.
And homegirl right here, right below him, was like, Daniel, turn your camera off. She knew what was about to go down. So she tried to tell him. Then everybody starts to notice. This dude in the bottom left, he notices. Now everybody starts to notice. The black girl noticed. I'm like, oh no. Homegirl right in the bottom left.
Audio audience, homie got some lotion and unbuckled his pants as he was sitting down.
You know what the funniest part about this whole thing was? They were trying to figure out how to turn his feed off. They were like, oh shit, he's the host.
Oh yeah. He jumped on the phone with him immediately. He's a good friend.
This nigga just having a good time. She freaking out. Black girl in the bottom right left. Girl next to her left. She's trying to be a good friend. This nigga is standing up away from the computer. He's scared for his life. She's just like in awe. Homie trying to call him. If some dude right here is by the Asian dude who's calling him. Like, is this really going to happen?
So funny. Because this shit is so fucking funny. This is like so many damn personalities all in one of everybody having. Look, this is comedy. This is fucking comedy. You got the great friend. Well, I'm going to call you. I'm going to stop this right now. That's like, you got that friend. You got the person who's not paying attention to anything that's fucking going on, no matter how hard y'all fucking panic. Niggas could be breaking into like 5 people's houses in this shit. He is not paying attention to shit. Then you got the woman who was ultimately paying attention to everybody, was the first person to say, hey, no, hey, turn your feet off. I don't care what you're about to do. Turn your feet off.
No, my favorite one was the one right below her. She told her, as soon as she saw it, as soon as he walked in the room, he was like, turn your camera off. Turn your camera off.
Bro, the homie that's right underneath her, though, he's having a great time. He's like, this is fucking hilarious. This is hilarious. He's the ultimate, I'm like, this ain't new. I understand people do this, but the fact that he's about to do this and expose himself is fucking hilarious. You just don't expect this while you're at wherever they're at work or at school or whatever this is. What's funny to me was probably the funniest to me, besides the girl that just shuts her computer down is the girl in the fucking middle. She's in dead fucking shock. She is like, this cannot about to be happening. This can like no. Like she is like dead stuck. Stuck as fuck. She is not moving a muscle. And then the homie who jumped from the computer.
Oh yeah, he's just back there. He's like, oh no, like it's a ghost.
He's funny as fuck. He can't help but look because he knows at some point he's gonna have to jump back on the computer and continue with the lesson.
I think they're at work. I think they have some type of like meeting.
Oh my god. Why? Just why? Why? What is wrong with people?
This is funny as fuck. Daniel just think he get one in too.
The
Daniel
first Daniel Curry.
That's so
holy
funny.
Shit. That was a William woman.
So here's the question, Darren. Is he fired? Did he get fired? Would you fire
him? Honestly, to be real with you, any one of those women is now, did he expose himself? Probably not. But anyone on this could have pressed us sexual harassment. Anybody could have went to HR with sexual harassment. I hate to say it, but
that's tough, man.
It's just true. Like that shit is true. That shit is crazy. Whew, what's wrong with people?
All right, Darren, you introduce this video.
All right, so hold on. Much lighter note. These kids are obviously in school, and I just think that this teacher plays the greatest prank on these kids ever. Like if I was one of these kids, I would be sick. So go ahead. I want to know what you think on this too.
I told my students I have a pan of freshly made brownies for them.
Pan of freshly made brownies for you guys. All right, so here we go.
It was actually brownies.
He was real quick. So for the audio audience,
that's not funny.
Because she baked brownies for him, and she gave them the letter E cut out in paper, in brown paper. I thought this shit was hilarious. You can keep going with the video.
This isn't funny, bro.
These kids' reactions are fucking funny. What dude trying to
facts, bro?
What letter is this? What color is it?
Brown.
So that makes it split it together like a compound word. It's a brown. Yeah. Paper.
Nah, that's fucked up, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, Darren. This is not
brownie though.
All right, so pause it.
Bro, the King of Blue Jacket's eating it.
He said, but I just want to eat one. I think this is so funny though, because if you one of those kids, even if you an adult, you like brownies. I don't eat chocolate, but that'd be like that would get anybody. You'd be like, what? What is this? Like, no.
You notice there's mostly black kids in this class too? One little blonde haired white boy?
Rob, I don't understand what that has to do with the price of gas, man.
I just want to know. Did you notice that?
Yeah, man, it's just a school though, man. They just kids.
I think that's fucked up that she did that to him. I've been sad. You telling these kids you're gonna make some freshly hot brownies. There's nothing hot about those brownies. I think they should take her to court. Go to the principal or
something. Keep playing the video.
Like, what do you mean? No, I was gonna get y'all.
There's nothing hot and fresh about those, Darren. Stop. Stop.
You got high with fresh brownies, but when you a kid, brownies is all you want, man. You get excited as soon as that box came out. Look at it. Every one of them got a smile on their face now.
Nah, bro. She said hot, fresh brownies, bro. Like she made them after school.
Bro, chill, bro.
She a liar.
Chill.
Why are you lying to these kids? Lying to about Thanksgiving?
But I think it's a good lesson. I think it is a good lesson. You learn two things right here. Two things. One thing, just because somebody say something, make sure you see it because you don't know exactly what they're saying. All right, that's one. Two, compound words, like she said. That's what she was trying to teach them, probably. Compound words. Even though brownie is not a compound word.
No, she said put it together like a compound word.
Yeah, true, I guess. Dang. I don't know. But I think it was hilarious. I think it was hilarious.
All right, Aaron, this next video.
What's the title? Oh, so I wanted to look up what exactly is going on in this situation, but in Peru, in this video it shows I guess there's something going down in Peru. We should probably really educate ourselves at some point. But I guess some protesters were getting taken by the cop. The protesters eventually started to take the cops. And in this scene, you will see them doing an exchange of a police officer for a civilian.
Por favor, mamá, ponga un ladito, a un ladito. ¡El otro! Por favor, mamá, ponga un ladito, a un ladito.
But I definitely want to find out what's going on in Peru for this to be happening. Can you scroll down? And okay, apparently from the Cali Times, protesters set off an airplane fire.
Airport. Hold
police officers hostage. Protesters swelled since the South American country legislator threw out this Castillo on Wednesday after he tried to dissolve Congress and rule by decree. Ooh, that is shaky. I don't know exactly what's going on. I think that was a very gist. Yeah. It looks very, very real out there. State of emergency. American citizens are stranded there. I feel like ultimately you do want the best for the people that live there, ultimately. And you don't wish that these things come to this. I don't know who Castillo's. Wait. A former prosecutor who served as Castillo's vice president. So was he a president before? President, yeah. Freshly elected, released.
My bad.
Demonstrators calling for national strike, fresh elections, and the release of detained former President Pedro Castillo. Is this all stemming from him wanting to rule the country, or what? After his impeachment? Oh, got you. He was impeached. That makes sense. I don't know what he did to get impeached, but that makes sense. Yeah. I've seen a lot more of people rising up over their governments and things happening like this, and this is not just happening in Peru. Obviously, I don't want to take how important this is. But I've been seeing a lot more of this. It seems like a lot of people are not happy. What'd you say, Rob?
You want to check this out?
Yeah, sure.
Peru's President Pedro Castillo has announced a dissolution of Congress and called for legislative elections to draft a new constitution. That comes hours before an impeachment debate. Now, members of the Constitutional Court described the move as a coup. The situation is moving very fast and furious right now. Sherry on Bloomberg Daybreak Asia joins us now. Sherry, what happened?
I mean, we have seen political turmoil so often in Peru since the election of Pedro Castillo that when I actually saw the headline, I was like, okay, another impeachment debate. Because this is now the third attempt that they're trying to do this. This is a country where it's really easy to actually remove the head of state through an impeachment. We have seen Martin Vizcarra in 1990, for example, in 2020, for example, already be removed from office. And we have seen so much volatility in Peru because, remember, this election of Pedro Castillo was very contested. 18 months ago, he went against Keiko Fujimori, and that's the daughter of the former president who actually went ahead and did this autogolpe or self-coup in 1992. And this is the last time when we actually saw such a state for Peru. And now we are seeing more of these efforts by Pedro Castillo to actually get his own way. This time around, we don't know if the armed forces will back the president. So really, the political turmoil just getting worse, and the president just taking a further step in that direction.
And Sherry, clearly you've been watching the market reaction as well. Probably one of the obvious ways to look is what's happening in the currency world. But just in general, the market's interpretation of what's going on right now, what's been your observation?
Yeah, the Peru sol has been really tumbling since we got the latest announcement by the president. It's really interesting that today is also the day that in the afternoon we were going to get the monetary policy decision from the Peru Central Bank, where they were expected to hike rates for a 17th consecutive time because they're dealing with really, really widespread inflation.
She is beautiful. I just want to say that. Sherry, she's beautiful. Just want to say that. Seems like she does a really good job at her job as well. Back on topic though. This is a tough one. It's like one of those where you still don't know where to stand because I'm not there. I'm not. I feel like I'm not going to get educated enough on this podcast to make a decision. But I usually stand with the people, to be real with you. That's how I usually am. How about you, Rob?
I think it would be really scary times if he's able to get the military on his side. Because that's what he needs to use to enforce the people.
Ultimately, you win at that point, right?
No, that's when you have to make what would you call them? Not refugees, but you have to band up as people and start fighting the government type shit. But start making your own outposts.
The thing is, the people are for him. The people are for him.
Who said that? She said that?
Do you think they're out there because they're happy with the decision to get rid of him?
Yeah.
No. What we read did not say that.
I thought that's what the whole prisoner exchange was about.
Nah, the prisoner exchange, because there's so much going down there. There's so much turmoil that they're actually keeping cops.
Hey, hold on. Can we watch this video real quick too?
Yeah, sure. How quick is it?
The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates again, but
no, we can't watch this.
Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC.
Oh, we just need to watch our part.
What's our part?
The Peru. Because this is talking about soccer and shit. Oh, it's a news wrap segment. That's why.
Yeah. Ultimately, though, hope the best for everybody there. I don't want nobody to get hurt, obviously. Nobody wants anybody to get hurt. But the people want what the people want. And also, was he impeached by Congress or did the people want him impeached? That's a big difference to me.
Can it be both?
It can absolutely it can be both. That's how it's supposed to be. That in our country anyway. I don't know how it is in Peru, but in our country, it's supposed to be Congress is supposed to speak for people, speak for the people. So that's how it's supposed to be. But we know there's corruption in every government. We don't got to say anything. But yeah.
All right.
We're coming up on our time.
5 minutes.
All right, we gotta skip this topic though.
This one?
Yep.
All right.
Save it for.
So this is gonna be the last video of our day. I think Darren is on some type of Twitter group, Reddit group, or something. Because he's been watching. It looks like he's been watching a lot of warehouse videos.
No. This is one video. Literally one video. And I didn't even watch this video. Somebody sent it to me. And somebody said this is your worst nightmare. And in some sense, yes, it is.
So let's check this video out.
Guys driving a forklift or something like that. And then, oh my God, the whole thing just crashes down on it. And it just keeps crashing. And it didn't stop. That's the biggest problem. And it just kept going. This is like put it like this. You ever seen the movie The Mummy?
Yes.
There's a scene where I think she's in a library. She works in a library. And everything just falls. Like she just collapsed row by row by row of column of books. And boom, boom, boom. That's just what it looked like. Except it was just so much more. And if you look, can you play the video back real quick? It just now hit me. This is the first time I'm noticing this. This is like one of those sideways forklifts. If anybody ever used one, he looks. That is so terrifying. Run this back one more time. He's underneath all of this. He didn't get a chance to run away because he looks up as it's coming down.
They said no injuries, by the way.
I don't know how he walked away with that with no injury.
That looks like a bunch of cases of water or something. Some type of
liquid. I don't know if it's liquid. Look, I see what you're saying. There's the way it's packaged.
Right there.
That's not water, dog.
It's a liquid.
That looks like dust.
You think that's dust immediately?
I'll have to take it frame by frame, but that was like dust. Look at his head. Just watch his face.
You think right here, like, oops, this might be bad. Oh, shit.
This is really bad. When you see other people running as your head is still going forward up to look up at what's coming down, that should look terrifying. Terrifying, bro. It was terrifying. I just don't. Yeah, like you gotta pay attention when you work with heavy machinery. That includes people with cars. That is the main important thing I want to get out of that. People need to learn how to drive still, especially in the wintertime. You're already starting to see people drive crazy.
All right, Darren, you got anything else?
I heard it's gonna be cold in Texas on Christmas.
That's lit.
I want to see if that was real, but if it is, y'all in the South, y'all bundle up, because we know y'all power grid wasn't made for it that one time. We ain't rude. We hoping y'all ain't getting no snow. We hope y'all don't get no snow. It's maybe a little cold.
Definitely. And also, we'd just like to thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. This was episode 96 of the Purple Pill Podcast. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
Peace. Y'all stay up.